Yes, welcome back to the channel with me, Disco, coming at you another beer video from in front of the cans and bottles here in the bar. I'm superbly calling the Disco Arms. Got a slightly weird beer, maybe unusual, not necessarily weird beer to review today. It's one I've had sitting around for a while because I'm never quite sure um, where to fit it in or when to review it and when to drink it. It is, as you see, called Gazpacho Gose. It's by Hackney Church Brew Co over in East London. And as the name suggests, it's got some unusual additives in it. Is Gazpacho is a cold soup popular in southern Spain and Portugal, I believe. I think I tried it once, but I don't really get the concept of cold soup unless it's in a beer. I say this is kind of unusual additives in it, in that it contains tomatoes, cucumbers, red pepper, and garlic, which kind of unusual things for a beer. Although me and Rasco, back in the Rasco and Disco days, and just over there on the Disco Safer, reviewed that garlic beer from the Isle of Wight, which is weird, I grant you. And up at the farm at Perivale Brewery, we have a tomato gose in the summer, which again brewed with loads of tomatoes, which is kind of unusual but not terrible. Obviously, vegetables in beer is a bit of a weird thing because, you know, beer by its very nature is based on grains steeped in water, which produces the sugars, which is what beer is brewed from. So you generally think of beer as kind of sweet. So vegetables in beer generally a bit savoury, so a bit odd. But I still think, whilst it's unusual, it's not necessarily as weird as it sounds. But this one kind of is. So let's get it to a glass and see what we find. I'm expecting some kind of vibrant redness going on here, but that's not always necessarily the case. Well, yeah, there is a certain reddish kind of orange tinge to it. It's got a bit of a fizz to it. Once again, sitting around a while, so it might be a little bit more fizzier, but still in date, still fresh. That fizz dissipates fairly quickly. Got a can balance. That's the Instagram photo. Yeah, so dissipates fairly quickly and looks slightly, well, it's not that inviting. I love the colour. It's kind of more of an orangey colour. Looks interesting. Looks much redder, deeper kind of red on camera. But it's there. It's in the glass. Still got a bit of fizz about it, but it just sort of, yeah, it's a sour, so probably not expecting so much in terms of fluffy white head like you'd get with a hazy or anything like that. But interesting and unusual enough for me. I'll give it a go. Wow. It's quite a fruity note on it, really, but it's not anything specific. Not quite sure what I'm getting about that. There's no like vegetable notes to it, or notes of any specific vegetables or fruits for that matter. But it's got a slight tangy note, kind of slight Haribo kind of tangy note. Anyway, let's see what flavours I can pick out of this odd little number. Cheers. Wow. Ooh, yeah. There's that kind of Haribo kind of sweetness, that kind of jelly, almost jelly. It's not jelly-like in consistency, but it's also not super thin. There's a kind of mediumness to the body. Suggests maybe, can't pick out anything specific on the malts, but it's just a bit of wheatiness in there. But yeah, there's a nice, I think it's that the fruit of like fruitiness of red tomatoes, but it kind of comes up with the sharp tanginess of green tomatoes as well. There's definitely a savoury note there in the background. Can't quite find the garlic, which is kind of a good thing. I think it's just there contributing to that kind of savoury note. Being a gose, there's that savoury note, but also a little salinity on the background, but it's not out and out saltiness. I think the red peppers in there contribute to that kind of sweetness, slight fruity kind of note, kind of more like yellow or orange peppers, sweet peppers, rather than red. But you know what? That's kind of it's surprising, because I know you're not meant to go into beers really thinking about one thing or the other. It's just see what you find. But I had a sort of slightly preconceived idea, and it's completely different to that in a good way. It's got that nice tangy fruitiness. The aroma kind of helps. Salinity coming through a little bit more now, a little bit sparkly salt on the lips. And it's got that the tanginess of a fruity Gose, a fruity sour beer with that sparkle, that salty sparkle of a Gose. It's really nice, oddly, you know. All those flavours sort of combining into one rather than picking. I can't taste cucumber particularly, and cucumber is generally a very strong taste. I'm not always so keen on uh, in a beer. Although on the bar we have a cucumber hefeweizen, which is also odd because you've got a very strong cucumber note bouncing off the banana-y spicy note of a hefeweizen that just somehow really works, especially in the summer. This again is kind of more of a summer refresher with those kind of fruity-ish notes and that little kind of sparkle. It is definitely a refreshing beer, and all those kind of garlic and vegetable flavors contribute to the beer, but don't kind of stand out to make it really weird or odd tasting. It's a nice fruity Gose. Um, yeah, I like that. It's probably not my kind of beer necessarily on the face of it, but I do sort of try fruited sours, and now and again I find one I really like. This one is really odd, but I really like it. It's nice. I wouldn't say it's easy drinking, but it's definitely got a lot of flavours to find. There's the tomato there now. Yeah, that kind of fruity sort of salad tomatoes with a touch of green tomato tartness, and that the salinity carries it through as well to be like a more vegetable kind of beer. Again, not sure where the cucumber is. The red pepper kind of floats around in there and contributing to the sweetness, the slight fruitiness of sweet red peppers. I'm going back for more each time, looking for something else. No, good one. That very unusual for sure. Quite rare. I don't think it's available by the time I've actually done this video, just because I've left it for so long. See, still sparkly and fizzy in the can. That's good. Let's have a quick look at the notes on here. It says, ever looked at a bowl of gazpacho and thought needs more bubbles? No, I thought, why isn't it warm? Soup should be warm. But there you go. Well, no. Oh well, so did we. Yeah. Say hello to a refreshing sour Gose brewed with all the bold garden fresh flavours of your favourite Spanish summer soup. It's not my favourite. Definitely got the fresh flavours. We're talking juicy tomatoes, a teeny dash of garlic, a whisper of cucumber, a kiss of red pepper, and a gentle briny zing. That's a good word. It is that kind of salinity, watered salinity without being watery, that have your taste buds dancing flamenco. It's light, tart, and just a little bit salty. All that's true. Like your sunburnt mate who won't share the sun lounger. They've been on some very different holidays to me. Yeah, 5%. So fairly reasonable for an afternoon beer. Ingredients wise, all the usuals obviously: water, barley, wheat, tomato, cucumber, red pepper, hops. I wouldn't have thought there'd be a lot of hops. It doesn't say which ones. Yeast, salt, black pepper, and garlic. Not really picking up much in the way of black pepper either. Again, just that kind of slight savouriness in amongst the salinity. Okay, it's not that bad. Best before 26th of the 5th. I'm fairly certain that says 26, but it's on the camera, so I can't properly see. But since I only bought it back in the last year, that will be this year's date. But yeah, really unusual, really nice. Something I'd sit back and enjoy. It feels like a bit of orange in there as well, kind of orange pith, weirdly. Maybe that's just the colour. But yeah, something really unusual from Hackney Church. Do let me know in the comments what you think. Have you tried this beer? Did you go mad for this when Hackney brought it out last year? I've seen a few other reviews of it. I'm going to go back and catch up with them afterwards to see if they agree or disagree with me. But yeah, that's it for me. Just a quickish review, hopefully. Just to get this one out there, do us a favour, like and subscribe, click the buttons down below, and do comment in the comments box below. Until the next beer video, I've been Disco, just Disco Beer Review. This has been Hackney Church's Gazpacho Gose. Cheers and enjoy the beers.